So everyone, let's see how to quickly create an automation to make videos using only make.com. In the end, you just have to pay and you can use make.com. So let's get started right away. First, we're going to connect our application, or rather our automation, to Telegram, to a Telegram bot. So the first thing we need to do is add a trigger on Telegram. So next, Telegram, home message, we select our bot, testmap bot. Let's start by approving it, run the workflow, test it, and voila. And here we go. All our data is here. Let's keep it really simple. Let's quickly send to make.com what the video we want to create is, without doing anything with artificial intelligence. We'll look at that later. To use it, we'll use the API from KIAI. Which are these? Right here. API version 1, job create task, from KIAI, text to video. It costs us 30 credits, which is 15 cents in dollars, so about 13 euro cents for 10 seconds of video with audio. No watermark, none of those with the two eyes you see around. We need to have our API, we need to have bought the credits and have everything set up as usual. Let's go ahead, let's look at a curl example in our website here. When we add a new HTTP request from here, method post, the URL is the one we got from KI API, which is AI. Authorization with bearer, so let's also go to authentication to define it. Select bearer, bearer out, and I already have the AI key. Then the other important thing we really need to add is this, the D option in curl. So for the model and only two, text to video. We need to send the body with the name, the model, only two text. Let's add a new parameter. This is prompt because I remember seeing it. Then I will thoroughly explain to you about the callback mechanism, which is actually an input. And this input is specifically made up of two distinct components, the prompt and the spectratio. So regarding the prompt, this particular element here is, I apologize, it is indeed the input, the primary input itself. It's the here. Let's click on this icon here so we can expand everything. Prompt, but we have to be careful because we need to take this one. So like this. So prompt, but let's leave this for a moment and wait for the landscape. The aspect ratio can be either landscape or portrait. This version of SORA on KIAI doesn't allow you to choose the quality. Because SORA2, for example, on file AI, lets you choose videos at 720 or 1080p. In this case, it always took 720. The callback URL that we're skipping is basically the callback, meaning a URL that needs to be called by KI.ai. When the entire operation is completely finished, we will then do things a little bit differently. We will make continuous requests to diligently check if the creation process is fully complete, essentially creating a loop without having them directly call us back. So one more thing, at this point, you see here, it wrote the prompt, but actually what we need is half of this text, meaning what was passed from Telegram. So here we need to take the expression. Let's go here and delete everything. You see, when you created the expression, you gave all this stuff here. Let's take message and let's take text. And we drag it in here. Our thing is a test. Now, what do we do here? We add a plus, a deliberate wait of precisely 5 seconds. So up to this very moment, what exactly have we accomplished? We meticulously take the detailed prompt for the specific video we genuinely desire to create. Then we carefully send it directly to the advanced AI system. And subsequently, we patiently wait for a full 5 seconds to allow the process to complete. Here we can also call it wait 5 seconds. Please wait for 5 full seconds. This is occurring after the artificial intelligence post has been completed. Okay. Now we need to make another call, again a post to the AI, but in this case, we need to call the URL that checks what stage the processing is at. Because the AI post, as it says here, returns this data. If successful, it returns code 200. The message is success. And data, task ID, is the task ID that the AI took, which we always need to pass in order to check what stage the processing is at. See here, It says here that if there is no callback, if it's not defined, there won't be any callback notifications. But we don't care about that because now we're going to make requests to see where we are at. Okay, so what do we do next? Another HTTP request as always. This time it's a GET. The URL is IPv1 jobs record info. We don't care about the parameters. No, sorry, we do need to pass a parameter. Yes, of course. The name is task ID. And the value is the one returned by this one here, which at this moment we can't know in the schema because we've never executed it. Now let's try running an execution. We'll spend 15 cents. And let's go on Telegram. But anyway, let's meticulously set up a really nice executable flow. That way, it consistently stays listening. And here, I will carefully rewrite. Create a detailed video of two distinct people at a bustling bar, actively arguing and discussing various points. No, come on, never mind. Who are currently enjoying a delightful and authentic typical Milanese aperitif experience. What exactly does this truly tell us? What valuable insights or benefits does it genuinely give us? In this scene, we observe a man and a woman engaged in a conversation. The woman, showing concern, poses a question to him, asking if he is truly content and happy in his current professional role at work. The man, after a moment, responds by candidly admitting that he is indeed very unhappy and expresses a strong desire to seek out and transition into a different job, indicating his clear intention to change his employment situation. Let's see what it comes up with, huh? Let's set up a nice waiting for trigger. It's done. And voila, you see that Telegram is set up. Post. Who's there? Who gave us this? See this one here? Now let's go here. And let's get the task ID because that's what we're interested in, this one. Let's run it. Sorry, he's right. We always have to define the beaver because we can't know what the others are, what they're doing. Who's there? Execute step. Success? Okay. But what we're interested in is this one data, track and generating. So at this point, what do we do? We're going to create a switch. Okay. And we take the state. State if equal to Gene. Let's start with Gene. Rating. And we name it generating. Just so we don't have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we always say that state is equal to fail. Because I don't remember. Because when the generation fails, and then we have a state completed. When it's entirely finished, then, since there could be various cases that we genuinely don't know about at this particular moment in time, we say fallback output. X output. If we go here, you see that we have a switch with generating. One that is the, what is one? I don't remember. Something we haven't called. A fail. There you go. Fail. Completed. Fallback. Fallback fail. These are different things. Careful. Fallback is, it returned to me something that is not neither generating nor fail nor completed. So I go with fallback. Now since generating, let's go back here and let's run it. See what it's doing. It did 5. It went back. It's running for 5 seconds. It came back here. It made the request again. And it's still in generating. So there, we go here. It came back here. I call. It's executed. What was done and still in generating. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Number. No, 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 no. It could still prove to be incredibly useful and beneficial to us at a later point in time, so it is certainly not something that has been fully completed or finalized. Rather, it has indeed occurred. It truly happened. Yes, it unequivocally happened. Look closely, but I also recognize that I absolutely must make some significant adjustments and alterations to this quite obviously. Otherwise, we could simply and clearly write finished or concluded just to ensure absolute clarity and understanding for everyone involved. At this particular point, what exactly do we notice? That this element here is indeed a JSON, but it is quite interestingly encapsulated within a string. So much so that if I go here, you can see that it's a string. So the very first and most crucial thing we absolutely need to do in this particular scenario is, well, let's begin by carefully adding a very nice and clearly visible plus sign, which will then allow us to initiate the editing process. More specifically, we are going to actually write and insert some code, specifically JavaScript code, into our application. Within this JavaScript code, we are explicitly instructing it that it needs to meticulously return a specific value. This value is derived from $switch, or to be more precise, it's $switch. And from that, we want to select .first, which means we are targeting the very first element or instance that matches our criteria. Following that, we are looking for .json, indicating that we expect the data to be in JSON format. Then we delve deeper into .json, .result.json. Oh, my apologies. I seem to have made a slight mistake in my verbalization there. It's actually json.parse, which is a fundamental JavaScript function used to parse a JSON string, effectively converting it into a JavaScript object. Let's carefully observe this next step, which I'll refer to as Zikete step, to see if it generates any kind of error or unexpected behavior. I genuinely do not anticipate it to produce any errors, given the typical flow of such operations. Okay, it appears to be perfectly fine and acceptable just like this, which is a relief. My sincere apologies for that minor verbal stumble earlier in the explanation. Okay, and now we've successfully got our result back from the previous operation. At this crucial point in our workflow, we absolutely need to meticulously take this specific URL that has been provided here and then carefully transform it into a $URL. So once again, we will proceed to add a plus sign followed by an HTTP designation. This particular request is indeed a post request, which we will set with a $ symbol. For authentication, it will still be a bearer token, and specifically, it will still be our own designated authentication, which is AI send body. We then need to specify the name, which is a field, and then the URL itself. The URL, to be perfectly clear and precise, is this exact one that we have just received and are currently examining here. We run it and we have our valuable data. This here is indeed the final and complete file. Now at this point, we can either download it directly or choose to do whatever we ultimately want with it. We could even, if we so desired, send it back to our Telegram application. What we specifically need to do is send it to Telegram, but it must be sent as a video file. So to accomplish this, we make another HTTP connection to request the actual file. And this is more or less the precise URL that we will be using. No authentication is required at all. We've successfully gone through a few essential steps in this process, and here we have a 5.75 file, which is now readily available, and we can even view its contents directly.
But do you actually like your job in the end?
To tell the truth, no, I really don't like it. The atmosphere is heavy, I don't feel appreciated, and I'm seriously thinking about changing jobs.
Really?
Yeah, maybe it's time?
Good for you. Change jobs and stop stressing us out. Perfect. So at this crucial point in our process, what exactly do we need to do? Let's carefully take our incredibly trusty Telegram application, and among all the available options, Let's proceed to upload a video, specifically to send a video message to our contacts. So notice this is called data. This is important. This is called data. Binary file input. Binary file is data. It has to be this one. It has to match this. The chat ID. What is the chat ID? Let's get it from here, from Telegram, which is the first message. Sorry, from this. And it's this one here. And let's run this one too. Let's go to Telegram. I made a mistake as usual because I have too many Telegrams open. We also need to choose which bot to send it to. Otherwise, we'll send it to the wrong bot. And voila.
But in the end, do you feel comfortable at work?
To tell the truth, no, I'm really not comfortable. The atmosphere is heavy, I don't feel valued, and I'm seriously thinking about changing jobs.
Really?
Yeah, maybe it's time.
And in the end, through a carefully orchestrated sequence of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 distinct and well-defined steps, we successfully achieve our desired video. This entire comprehensive process, spanning from the very initial prompt that sets everything in motion to the meticulously crafted final video, encompasses all necessary waiting periods, rendering, and every other essential element involved in its complete production. What we really need to do now is, or rather what we could potentially do, because we will definitely do it another time in the future, is to go here, just to be absolutely clear and completely certain before doing all of this extensive work, and then get an advanced AI agent to thoroughly process the given prompt. Because, for example, yes, I personally wrote a reasonably decent prompt that made perfect sense, but it's also entirely possible and highly beneficial to have the sophisticated AI agent actively help us write an even better and more refined prompt, much like the excellent ones I meticulously generalized for various images. I am currently making a comprehensive video about that very topic specifically for you. So, for example, you could start by creating a video of two people at a bar, and the AI agent would ask you, what are these two people doing? Is it night or day? Are they friendly, mysterious, and so on? Now, just to wrap up, I was noticing that these two big glasses of a certain brand, well, that's a big no, guys.
My current level and so on and so forth.
All right. If you are truly interested in obtaining the specific information for this automation, please write to me with the exact word automation and I will promptly send it to you.